Hello everyone, welcome. Many of you asked for a clear pen tool tutorial, so I decided to make a video where I will teach some methods to better make line and curves and trace any design you want using the pen tool. I will start by explaining the basics of the pen tool so you can easily understand how to use it to trace complex shapes. First, we will start by straight lines. Position the pen tool where you want the line to begin and click to make an anchor point. Click again where you want the line to end. Continue clicking to make other anchor points to extend the line. By holding shift you can create perfect horizontal or vertical lines, or you can constrain the angle of the line to 45 degrees. When you continue clicking and return to the first anchor point, you will see this little circle, and this is the sign of a closed part, and when you click you will get a closed line, and when you hover the pen tool on an anchor point you will see this minus mark, which means that when you click you will delete it. When you hover the pen tool on the line, you will see this plus mark, which means that you can add an anchor point by clicking. Now with the direct selection tool, you can reposition this anchor point wherever you want. Now we will learn how to make Busher curves. Generally, to make a curve, place your first anchor point, then click and hold when the pen tool pointer change to an arrowhead. Drag to set the slope of the control handles. The length and slope of the handles determine the shape of the curve. To make a C-shaped curve, hold shift then click and drag the handle to one side. I drag it to the left, then position the pen tool under the first points, then click and drag the handle to the opposite side of the first time. If you keep the handles the same length, you will get a perfect C-shaped curve. Now to make an S-shaped curve, click and drag the handle to one side, then position the pen tool below the first points, then click and drag to the same side as the first time. To make a straight line followed by a curve, make your first points, then click to make the second point and hold Alt and drag the handle up. Then make a third anchor point and drag the handle to the opposite of the first one. Now to make a curve followed by a straight line, click and drag the control handle up, then click and drag the handle down. Without releasing the mouse, hold out and bring back the pointer on top of the second point, and then make your third point. Let's do it again. Click and drag the control handle up, then click and drag the handle down. Without releasing the mouse, hold out and bring back the pointer on top of the second point, and then make your third point. Now we will make two curves connected by a corner. Click and drag the handle up, and then click to make the second anchor point and drag down the handle. If you release, now the curve will follow the handle and go the right way. To do it is to click and drag the handle down, and without releasing the mouse, hold out and flip the handle to the top. Now click and drag down the handle. Now we will use what we learned before to make this rabbit logo. Outline: this is a straight line followed by a curve, and this is two curves connected by a corner, and this is a C-shaped curve, and this is a reverse test shaped curve. That means if you understand the basics that I explained in the beginning, you will easily trace complex shapes to one click here, then another one here to make a straight line. Hold out and drag the handle to the direction of the curve link on the next anchor point, and drag down, and without releasing the mouse, hold out and return to the last point and release. Click here to make a straight line, then hold out and drag the handle down to the direction of the curve, and again here click and drag down and always following the direction of the curve. Click here and drag and hold out and redirection the handle to the direction of the curve, then click here and then click here and drag, then hold out and flip the handle to the opposite side. Click here and hold shift and click on the next anchor point to make a straight line. Click and drag to make this curve, and hold out and drag the control handle to be in the direction of the curve, and because it is an S-shaped curve, click and drag the handle to the same side of the last one, and of course we should make the handle in the same direction of the curve. Don't worry about the look now, we will tweak it later. Hold out and hover the pointer on the last anchor, then click and drag to make the curve. Hold out and drag back the handle, then click here to make a straight line. Hold out and drag, then click and drag to make the last curve. Now to fix this curve with the direct selection tool, select this anchor point and make the handle longer. Always remember that the length and shape of the handle determine the shape of the curve. Now do the same thing to the other handle, then keep adjusting until you get your perfect curve. Use the direct selection tool to fix all the curves. You can get the rabbit outline file from the description so you can practice using this tutorial. Okay, this is perfect. This is a C-shaped curve. Now click here and drag out the handle, and then click in the other anchor point and drag to the opposite side, and then close the path. Select everything, and from the pathfinder click on unit, and this is pretty much our rabbit outline. Now I will show you another method to make curves. Make your first anchor point and then place a point in each tip of a curve without dragging. Now select the anchor point tool and click on each point and drag to transform the corner into a curve. You can always change the place of an anchor point by holding the spacebar and moving the mouse. Do the same thing to all corners. You can always adjust the curves using the direct selection tool. And this is it. It is easy to learn how to use the pen tool. You need to know the basics that I explained in the beginning and then practice a lot to become a master. There is some advanced ways to use the pen tool.